with the breaking news on Johnson & Johnson's vaccine. Joining me now, CNN senior medical correspondent Elizabeth Cohen. Elizabeth, describe the data here that led to this decision.
Jim, this is really an example of the system working the way that it's supposed to. As you mentioned, millions of people have gotten this vaccine, and they monitored it to see if any odd things were happening, and they found, well, that something very odd and very serious and very rare was happening. So let's go over these numbers. So in the United States, nearly 7 million people have received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and what's been documented is 6 cases of rare and serious brain blood clots, all in women ages 18 to 48, and the symptoms appear 6 to 13 days after vaccination. So I'm sure that people, especially young women who've been vaccinated with Johnson & Johnson recently, might be asking themselves, yikes, what should I look for? So again, I will say this is very rare, but there are certain symptoms that you should watch out for, and if you have them, you should call your healthcare provider. So this is right from the CDC. You should contact your healthcare provider if within 3 weeks of getting this vaccine, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, you have a severe headache, abdominal pain, leg pain, or shortness of breath. Now, not all of those you would say, what does that have to do with a brain blood clot? Well, sometimes these blood clots theoretically could appear in other parts of your body as well. So, Jim, obviously this is not great news. No one wanted this to happen, but I want to temper this with one thing. We have been told by the federal government that achieving the vaccination goals is not dependent on J&J. It was only a very small percentage of all the vaccines that were being done. Moderna and Pfizer, those are being used in much higher numbers. Moderna and Pfizer do not have this blood clot concern. So the thinking is that we can reach the goals that we need to reach in the United States without using Johnson & Johnson. Jim?
That's right. J&J doses just about 3% of the total number of vaccines administered so far in this country. Elizabeth Cohen, thanks so much.